Alan Riverstone McCulloch, Australian ichthyologist, sitting among souvenirs during one of his expeditions to Papua New Guinea in 1922. The image captures a unique moment, with McCulloch surrounded by local artifacts that reflect the rich cultural diversity of the communities he encountered. Meteorologist Cecil Thomas Madigan from the Australasian Antarctic Expedition of 1911, facing extreme cold, with ice forming a mask around his face. Fire at the Gatto Cigar Factory on Symington Street, December 17, 1915. Frank Shortland, champion of the Kuka Coco Cup, contested at the Herne Hill Velodrome, 1892, member of the North Road Cycling Club. Logging in Converse Basin, California, in 1905 resulted in the loss of 8,000 giant sequoias, enormous trees of the Sequoiadendron giganteum species. Colin Fraser Jr., a fur trader at Fort Chipewyan, Alberta, Canada, in the 1890s, organizes and evaluates fox, beaver, mink, and other valuable furs. Postal workers sorting mail at the United States Post Office, Washington, D.C., 1920. Men playing poker outdoors in Arizona, 1887. Cotton pickers finishing the day's work in Eden, Texas, 1895. View from the east of Buck Tavern, 401 Main Street, Columbia, Monroe County, Missouri, 1856. Frank Gehrylla, a giant considered one of the ugliest men in the world at the time. His feet were being measured for the making of special shoes in 1929. The image captures a moment of rest after work, with workers relaxing and shooting dice at the edge of a cotton field, 1900. Sheriff's deputies in Orange County, California, destroying illegal alcohol during Prohibition, 1932. Workers taking a lunch break at Chance Mine, Montana, 1909. Construction of the Great Northern Railway Tunnel, Seattle, circa 1903. Photograph of the albino sisters Florence and Mary Martin taken in the 1880s. They performed in freak shows at circuses and curiosity museums of the time. Volunteers with buckets, cages, and rat traps preparing to combat the rat infestation in New Orleans, 1914, in an effort to protect the city from disease. Workers among barrels at the St. Louis Levee, Missouri in 1910, along the Mississippi River. Aboriginal man from New South Wales, Australia, 1905, posing for the photo with his painted shield, boomerangs, and a dead snake. objects used for both hunting and defense, reflecting the traditional practices of his people. Aitape, New Guinea, October 24, 1943. Sergeant Leonard George Siflete of the M Special Unit, captured during a reconnaissance mission behind enemy lines, about to be executed by Yasuno Chikao. The execution was ordered by Vice Admiral Kamada, commander of the Japanese naval forces in Aitape. A member of the Absaroki Crow tribe on horseback on snow-covered ground, likely in the Pryor Mountains, Montana, 1908. Wayland Station, October 1892. The image captures the tranquility of a moment at the train station, depicting the structure and atmosphere typical of the time. Launch of the Bumper 8 rocket from Cape Canaveral, Florida in July 1950, marking the beginning of a new era in space exploration. Newspapers being loaded in Sydney, 1920. The image captures the hustle of the news trade, with workers handling large volumes of newspapers, reflecting the importance of the press and communication at the time. Many children enjoy playing store and selling things. In this photo taken around 1921, these children have quite a complete grocery store to play with. Some products were sold by weight, and the boy is weighing something on a scale. The girl holds her shopping basket while watching her doll in the wicker doll carriage. Ye Old Curiosity Shop, Seattle, circa 1907. An iconic spot in the city, filled with curiosities and rare items that fascinated visitors of the time. Attempting to launch a boat into the waves in the city of Nome, Alaska, around 1900. The image captures the effort of the men battling the turbulent waters of the Bering Sea. Street scene in Dawson, Yukon Territory, circa 1899. The image shows several people gathered around donkeys, carrying advertisements for the grand opening of a theater that night. Presbyterian Log Cabin Church, Grand Forks, Yukon Territory, circa 1899. Hangman's Building, Virginia City, Montana, United States, 1939. It was named because, during its construction, the vigilantes hanged 5 outlaws from the rafters. Salem Depot, a Boston and Maine railroad station located in Riley Plaza, Salem, Massachusetts. The image depicts the station, showcasing the typical architectural style of railway stations from that era. A truck driver, a sailor, and a waitress at a typical roadside diner on United States Route 90 in southern Louisiana in 1943. Michigan Avenue, Chicago, Illinois. A period scene capturing the atmosphere of the city in the 1940s. Stan Giddings, maintenance worker, ascending the Sydney Harbor Bridge on September 18, 1945. Galveston, Texas, 1943. Young newspaper delivery boys ready for their journey with their bicycles. Workers laying concrete paving on Hunter Street, Newcastle, Australia, near the Rawson Hotel and the premises of Dick Bathhood, circa 1921. Newcastle, located in the state of New South Wales, is one of Australia's oldest and most historic cities. The image shows the movement of people at the entrance to Wirtz's Circus Tent, Sydney, April 11, 1941. A rural work scene with Olas per person, a farmer, and two boys harvesting hay in Almo Dalarna, Sweden, 1930. A man receives shoe polish while the shoe shiner, sitting on a small barrel, smokes a cigarette. The shoe shiner appears to be missing the lower part of his left leg and uses a crutch. Both are looking at the photographer while a small group of people watches. To the left, a man stands in a doorway with a sign that says Cafe. Moose pulling a small cart with a young girl holding the reins in Skagway, Alaska, circa 1899.